Harper, the 5'9" senior forward. Emily Wilkins, the 5'5" senior guard. Kelsey Korb is the 5'5" senior guard as well. Avery Van Kuren, the 5'8" senior guard. And those are your starters tonight. Again, that will be Van Kuren, Korb, Stockton, Harper, and Emily Wilkins. So that's the way it'll look tonight. Keys to victory tonight, Bill Bush, what are they?
Well, you're just going to have, obviously you got a bit of revenge factor after having been beat 38-37 at Bartlesville, so that's going to play into it. And, you want to win.
The free throw line is the first foul of the night against Allie Wood, the 5'7" junior guard for Bartlesville. First free throws on the way it in. Van Kuren with her third point of the night, 6-3 our score. She'll get the opportunity for one more here. Shots up, shots in. Avery Van Kuren with all four of Owasso's points tonight. And here comes Chloe Martin. Martin, if I'm not mistaken, is Coach Donnie Martin's daughter, played her last game under his tutelage. I want to say, Bill, and I'll look this up at halftime, but I want to say they came over from Pryor. First three is in and out, no good for Elise Cohn. Back the other direction, Van Kuren. Avery into the front court, takes it off to Kelsey Korb. Korb back over to Chloe Stockton. Stockton dribbles in, breaks it back over to Korb, now inside to Kennedy Harper. Lady Rams trailing 6-4. Inside pass comes to Emily Wilkins. She'll turn it over. Lydia Nolmeyer, another senior for the Lady Bruins, coming up with the basketball. She'll give it off to Martin. Senior Mallory Hendricks tonight. We haven't seen her on the bench, so she certainly had a lot of great contributions to the Lady Rams these past two seasons. She came over from the volleyball team when Matt Sweeney was a bit short-handed and has really made a difference. So if we forget to do it later in the game, we'll give her a good salute tonight. Wilkins back up top finds Van Kuren. Long threes on the way and in.
The great equalizer.
Avery Van Kuren with 7 points on the night. It's 12-10. 3:20 left to go in the first period of play. Into the front court, Martin for three. Her shot's over the rim and no good. Wilkins with the rebound. Emily Wilkins slings it back over to Van Kuren, who takes it out to the top of the key. Avery down in the paint.
Nice!
2, and she draws the foul on the way up. She's going to go to the line to try to complete that conventional three-point play.
Well, that's what you got to do for the Rams. You can tell that early. They have got to take the ball to the hole.
Free throw way and in. Beautiful shot there for Elise Cohn, and that's her second three of the night. Coach Martin and the Lady Bruins want a timeout. Bartlesville leading Owasso 15-13 with 2:29 left to go in the first quarter. Take a break and be back in 1 minute. This is Lady Ram basketball on 100.1 KYFM. Left to go in the first quarter. Bartlesville leading at 15-13 over the Owasso Lady Rams. Grant Merrill, Bill Bush along with you tonight here on the big station, 100.1 KYFM. A foul called as the Lady Rams and Emily Wilkins are assessed with that one. The Lady Bruins can take it the other direction. And doing so will be Takitha Valentine. Valentine out at the top of the key, works it out around the perimeter. She'll bring it back off to Martin, now to the left wing. Long threes over the rim, but no good. Wilkins with the rebound. Wilkins gives it off to Van Kuren. Van Kuren cranks it over to the right corner. Long three coming for Chloe Stockton. It won't fall. Rebound Kennedy Harper. Owasso keeps it here. Kelsey Korb trying to get it inside to Wilkins. throws the pass and it goes off her fingertips. So with Owasso having the last touch, Bartlesville will get to take it the other direction. Minute 51 to play, 15-13 our score. Out of the backcourt, Chloe Martin with it. She'll crank it inside. 2-point shots on the way and in for Kate Groningen, the 5'8" sophomore guard who's now in the ball game. 1:32 left to play here. 17-13, Bartlesville leading it by 4. Van Kuren into the front court. She'll crank it over to the right side, giving it back over to the open Kelsey Korb. Now a pass over to Kennedy Harper, marred by a whistle. And we've got a foul on Lisa Brown.
A little bit of a reach in there. Calling it pretty tight, the refs are.
Well, Kelly Ward's been fired from his photographer position. Molly Merrill's in the house tonight. So
I've heard she is excellent. He's got some competition there.
She's done a good job, so she'll have her pictures on InsideOwasso.com after the ball game.
Nice drive.
Avery Van Kuren goes straight to the hoop, and for those of you who don't know Molly, that's my 12-year-old daughter who has shown an interest in photography. We let her loose with the camera during the Owasso Broken Arrow game, and she's really got a talent for it. I'm not just saying that because I'm her dad. She's for a 12-year-old, she did really well, so we're going to let her try it again tonight. Missed three-pointer for the Lady Bruins. Now the basketball knocked loose. Everybody going after it. Matt Sweeney wants a quick timeout, and we'll take it with him. 32.7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Our score, Bartlesville 17, Owasso 15. Back in a half minute on 100.1 KYFM. Stockton, they'll call her for the foul.
You know, one of the things that don't show up the scorebook is the hustle that Emily Wilkins has been doing tonight. Went to the ground before they had a timeout, was able to keep that ball, but she's probably one of the leading rebounders tonight so far for the Rams.
9 seconds left. Martin out at the top of the key. Works around the perimeter. She'll crank it over to the left wing. An inside pass and a two-pointer is on the way and in for Groningen with 1 second left. She'll draw the foul on the way up.
Boy, and if there's anything you didn't want to happen, and that was to foul on the last second shot.
She'll try to make it a 5-point ball game going into the second quarter. First free throw, only free throws off the rim and no good, and no time to do anything with the basketball after the free throw in that remaining second. So we have come to the end of the first quarter. Our score, the Bartlesville Lady Bruins 19, the Owasso Lady Rams 15. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. The second quarter straight ahead. You've got the Lady Rams on KYFM. New 8 minutes put on the clock for the second quarter of play. Bartlesville leading our Owasso Lady Rams 19-15. Grant Merrill and Bill Bush along with you. Lady Ram basketball brought to you by a number of fine sponsors, including our good friends at First Bank of Owasso. Appreciate D. Sokolovsky and his crew for always being great supporters of the Lady Rams. 2-point shots on the way it in for Avery Van Kuren. She'll make it a 2-point ball game. Lady Rams still trailing. Now a 3-pointer coming, and it won't go for Elise Cohn of the Lady Bruins as they try to pull down the basketball. We've got a foul.
Over the back.
They're going to get that one on
Chloe Martin.
Chloe Martin, that's her second.
Yeah. She's been really hurting the Rams. You want to, especially on the rebounding.
Van Kuren out of the backcourt, moving right to left. She'll take it out to the top of the key to Chloe Stockson. Stockson in 3-point range finds Van Kuren. Now over to the left wing, Zumwalt. Her shot for 3 over the rim and no good. Rebound and a quick stick back on the way and good for Chloe Stockson. She'll get her 5th point of the ball game.
A little bit of pressure by the Rams now.
Tied at 19. Here come the Lady Bruins into the front court. Lydia Nolmeyer was closely guarded. They forced her into a travel there, and Owasso gets the basketball.
And you see Owasso probably going to look a little bit different now that you've got your regular starters in there as you've given the seniors their time. And so see if we can take the lead back again as we've got a tie here now, 19 all.
Stockton out of the right wing, fires a 3. It's on the way it in.
And we do.
Nails that one from long range. That is her second 3 of the night. She makes it a 22-19 ball game. Nolmeyer into the front court. Takes it around the perimeter, giving it off to Allie Wood. Wood back to the right side. Finds the open Chloe Martin. And now up at the top of the key, Allie Wood gets the ball back. Chloe Stockton was after her trying to get the steal. They'll call her for the foul. Inbound throw coming. Well, Bill, were you burning up the road this week?
I was. Just got in from Kansas and Southwest Missouri.
Oh, our condolences.
Yeah.
Jump ball called as the ball's knocked loose, and both the Lady Rams and the Lady Bruins were going after it. Avery Van Kuren putting up quite a fight, but they'll throw the thumbs in the air and give Bartlesville possession here.
Yeah, Pittsburgh up in the Pittsburgh State Guerrilla territory.
Absolutely. 2-point shots on the way and in for Lydia Nolmeyer. Is it Mario Kirby that's going to Pitt State?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ram football team. We've had a lot of Owasso kids go to Pitt State over the years.
Yeah.
Nolmeyer's going to the free throw line after the second foul in a row on Chloe Stockton. Lydia's free throw is on the way and in, and that caps a 3-point play, 22 all. Our score here, tie ball game with 6:10 left to go in the first half. Out of the backcourt, here come the Lady Rams, and now another foul called as Van Kuren draws contact there from Elise Cohn.
A little too physical there. A little double hand push off. They'll call that every time you put 2 hands on an opponent.
Grace Hildebrand's back at the ball game for Owasso.
Puts the Rams in a 1-on-1.
Free throws up and coming. Shots on the way and good.
She'll get the bonus.
Avery Van Kuren with a whole bunch of points tonight for the Lady Rams. I quit trying to add them. Next free throw's in and out, no good. No, Mark and Sheila are here tonight, her parents. See her aunt and uncle, Zach and Angie Harbaugh, and her grandparents. Avery Van Kuren takes a fan club wherever she goes. Into the front court. Bruins have it. Lydia Nolmeyer trying to get the basketball, but she struggles with the Lady Ram, and they'll call the jump ball with Owasso getting the alternating possession here.
So Avery, I know her aunt, but Avery has 15 of the Rams' 23 points so far tonight. That's a pretty good first half.
Pretty good first half, pretty good senior night.
Still 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half.
Van Kuren tried to pass to Hildebrand and got knocked away. Coming out with it was Lisa Brown as she goes to the hoop. She's fouled. And this is going to go on Grace Hildebrand, her first. That will leave Lisa Brown back at the free throw line for the Lady Bruins.
She'll shoot 2.
First free throw is on the way and in. Another free throw up and coming. Shots up on the way, good.
But the friendly bouncing, she's not even at home.
6 points for Lisa Brown on the night, and here comes Avery Van Kuren. 5:31 to play in the half. Bartlesville leading at 24-23, and now another foul called as they're going to give this one to Lisa Brown, a blocking foul that will leave Avery Van Kuren back at the free throw line.
Rams trail 24-23 with 5:28, and Avery's going to see if she can get our lead back with shooting 1 and 1.
Free throws up, free throws good. She'll have another one coming. That'll tie the ball game at 24 apiece. Free throws off the back iron and no good. Nolmeyer jumping up to grab it. She'll take it the other way. Nolmeyer to Martin. Martin cranks it down on the near side. Back over to Brown. Now to Keitha Valentine. Valentine back to Brown. Brown dribbling around the perimeter, and she'll back out toward the time stripe. Now to Martin, long 3 coming. Shots off the rim and no good. Now the basketball's loose and everybody goes after it, so another jump ball situation. Kelsey Korb is back in the ball game as Grace Hildebrand takes a breather. We've got 5:04 left to go in the first half. 24-24 our score. Inbound throw, give it inside. 2-point shots on the way, and good for Kate Groningen. Her 6th point of the night, and it's 26-24. Van Kuren back down to the left side, finds the open Ellie Borrell, who's now in the ball game as well. Borrell back over to Van Kuren. She'll crank it back up top to Kelsey Korb. Now the basketball almost knocked away. Van Kuren comes up with it, fires a 3, and it's on the way and in.
Van Kuren says, if you're going to go for it and miss it, I'm going to make you pay for it, and she did.
This has been Avery Van Kuren's show tonight.
It has been the Avery Van Kuren show, no doubt.
27-26 our score. Driving inside, 2-point shots marked by whistle, and I believe that's a foul.
Yeah, they say it's a foul on Taylor Rose.
That will leave at the free throw line Bartlesville's Allie Wood. She hasn't scored yet tonight, but she'll try right here. Free throw's up, free throw is good. Six seniors to be honored tonight here for these Owasso Lady Rams and Coach Matt Sweeney.
Everybody's aunt and uncle and grandma and grandpa of every player is here because the parking lot was full.
Van Kuren into the front court. Back over to Carson Zubwalt.
Van Kuren almost sized it up there.
Avery out to the right side of the paint, brings it back over to the open Kelsey Korb. Korb back to Van Kuren, right-handed dribble. She'll go to the hoop double team. The rebound and the stick back off of Van Kuren's missed shot. It's put back up and in by Ellie Moore. 29-28. I lucked out. I managed to snag the Steve Mowry Memorial front row parking spot over by the edge of the gym. So I made out like a bandit there. 29-28 our score. 3:27 left to play. Owasso by 1. Down on the baseline. Lady Bruins throw it away. So Lady Rams will get to take it the other direction. I think Steve's supposed to be here tonight. He was just coming in as a spectator.
Just going to sit back and enjoy the game, huh?
That, you know, that's a rarity when you don't see him commandeering the headset down here.
Well, the night's young.
Back over to the near side, Kelsey Korb hands it back over to Avery Van Kuren. Van Kuren tries a 2. It's off the back iron and no good. Now my in-laws are coming to town tonight, so I'll be here for the whole game. Into the front court to Keitha Valentine. I'll bring Bring it back around to Lisa Brown. Now to the right wing. Long threes on the way and in. No,
they must not listen to the broadcast.
I don't think they know what channel to tune to, obviously. No, they're good folks. I just give them a hard time sometimes. Van Kuren into the front court. She'll take it up to the top of the key. Long threes off the rim and no good. Rebound Valentine. She'll work it the other way for Bartlesville. Valentine back around the perimeter, back over to Chloe Martin. She'll take it down to the right wing and give it off to Lisa Brown. Now a steal.
We saw that one coming.
Here comes Avery to the hoop. 2-point shots on the way and in.
Of course.
Got a calculator handy for all her points tonight.
Gonna need it.
31-31 our score. 2:02 left to go in the first half. Into the front court. Lady Bruins have it. They'll work it over to the left corner. Martin back up top, finds an open lady in Allie Wood. Wood back
Long
to Martin.
shot.
Her shot for three was not from NBA range. And she misses that when it goes out of bounds with the last touch by the shooter. So
She thought she shot that one from Bartlesville, I think.
Ramona at least. Maybe Vera.
Somewhere north.
Van Kuren out of the backcourt. She'll take it up to the top of the key. 1:37 left to play.
Van Kuren with 21 first half points so
That's
far.
Outstanding.
What a way to play on your senior night, man.
Into the front court. Zumwalt gets it knocked away and stolen. Chloe Martin takes it to the hoop, and now they'll call her made basket null and void as the foul's called on Carson Zumwalt.
Yeah, didn't want to give her a free one, so if you're going to foul before the shot goes up. Good job there.
That'll be the first of the ball game on Carson Zumwalt tonight, and going to the free throw line is Chloe Martin. Martin's first one's on the way and off the back iron, no good.
There you go, see? Good foul. She's only going to get half of what she could have got on a basket and maybe none at all.
She'll have another free throw coming. Shots up, shots good. Chloe Martin with 8 points on the night, 32-31. Bartlesville back in the lead. Van Kuren into the front court.
1:15 left in the first half.
Van Kuren to Morrill. Now Van Kuren gets it back at the top of the key. She'll work it down to the right corner. Van Kuren back up top. Cranks it over to Zumwalt. Now Zumwalt travels with the basketball.
Steps, can't have the turnovers. That's the one thing's key to any game is to try to keep the turnovers to a minimum. That's probably about a half a dozen for the Rams so far.
Back the other direction comes Chloe Martin. She will call the play with one hand, dribble with the other. Now a turnover. Owasso getting it back. Racing into the front court. Here comes Van Kuren. After the steal from Taylor Rose, Van Kuren gives it back to Rose. She drives the baseline. 2-point shots on the way and in from Ellie Morrill. Ellie Morrill hasn't minded driving through traffic to get to the hoop tonight. Owasso taking a 1-point lead, just 24 seconds away from halftime.
Great job by Taylor Rose to drive the baseline and hand it off to Morrill. Great assist.
Valentine kicks it back over to Release Cone. Cone works it back over to Kate Gronigan. Gronigan with a cross-court pass, works it back over to it open to Keitha Valentine.
Oh, nice block.
Now a steal.
Got time.
Here comes Avery Van Kuren straight to the hoop. 2-point shots over the rim and no good. And
good for the win.
Stick back at the buzzer won't go as we come to the end of the first half. Our score at the end of 2. Owasso 33, Bartlesville 32. We'll take a 2-minute break. Totals and highlights coming up. This is Owasso Lady Ram basketball on 100.1 KYFM. Owasso again. Lady Rams lead it by 1 over the Bartlesville Lady Bruins. We'll take that timeout and be back after this. You've got Lady Ram basketball presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM. Lady Bruins 33-32 as we come to the top of the hour. We'll remind you that this is KYFM Bartlesville, KYFM HD1 Bartlesville, 100.1 KYFM. Totals and highlights were, of course, brought to you earlier in the broadcast. We'll bring you some scores from around the area. Westmore over Southmore at half, 17-9. Stillwater trailing Deer Creek, 46-37. Our next opponent, get this, Bill Bush. Halftime, Sapulpa 38, Booker T 28.
Wow. Is that at Booker T or is that Sapulpa?
At Sapulpa. So,
wow, that is surprising.
Coach Darlene Caleb with quite the night down there going on right now. Bixby up over Muskogee, 35-18 at the half. Halftime in Ponca City, Poe High leading Shawnee 23-18, and as we mentioned, our halftime score here, 33-32. Owasso leading Bartlesville. We will take another 90-second break and be back for the second half right after this. You're listening to Owasso Lady Ram basketball, 100.1 KYFL. welcome you back. 33-32 our score as we head into the third quarter. Grant Merrill, Bill Bush along with you. Molly Merrill will have plenty of photos after the game on InsideOwasso.com. Long three coming, shots off the rim and no good for Kelsey Korb. Back the other direction, Bartlesville will take it the other way. Martin into the front court. Works it around the perimeter. She'll take it out to the right wing. Long threes off the rim and no good. Rebound and a stick back on the way and in for Lydia Nolmeyer. And like we talked about in the first half, at 6 foot, she's able to use that height to grab the rebounds and put up some easy stick backs. She gets that one, and now she'll draw a foul on the way up to try to go for the and one here, Bill Bush.
Yeah, calling on Ellie Morrill for her first, as the extra one's good.
Nolmeyer makes the free throw. 35-33 our score. 7:22 left to go in the third quarter. Van Kuren into the front court. She'll work it over to the right wing, giving it back over to Korb. Korb back up top, finds an open lady. Two-pointer marred by a steal as Taylor Rose tried to go to the hoop. Back the other direction. Martin tries to go straight to the basket, ends up missing a shot. Basketball's dragged out of bounds with the last touch by, well, I don't even know if they know who had the last touch.
They're going to say Owasso.
Taking a minute for Bartlesville to get over to the baseline. Inbound throw to Nolmeyer. She'll miss a shot here. Rebound taken by Taylor Rose. Rose gives it back over to Van Kuren.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't call that reach.
Yeah, Van Kuren sees it tipped out of play. I think she thought something was going to be called there.
Coming across the body, that usually gets called every time.
Basketball tipped out by a Lady Bruin, so Avery will give it back in to Rose. Now to the right wing, Kelsey Korb. Her shot for three off the rim and no good. Allie Wood will take it the other direction. Cone back over to the right side. Gives it off to Chloe Martin. Martin back over to the left wing. Takes it back up top to Lisa Brown. Brown over to the left corner. Long three-pointer is off the rim and no good. Rebound and a stick back. Won't go either. Now we've got a jump ball called as everybody was going after it.
Both teams a little cool starting off the second half here. Owasso getting the score, and Bartlesville scoring three.
35-33 our score. 6:17 left to go in the third quarter. Inbound pass given into
walk.
Nolmeyer. She dragged about three Lady Rams with her. Out to the left wing. Three-point shot won't fall for Elise Cone. Back the other direction. Lady Rams taking it coast to coast. Now the basketball knocked loose. Stockton was trying to head to the hoop, and hacking at her was Elise Cone, but as Cone got the basketball, they're going to, I guess,
leave it a jump ball.
Leave Zumwalt with it. Zumwalt back over to Avery Van Kuren. I didn't see the jump ball call, but
yeah, they said it tied up down underneath the basket.
Now a pass to Van Kuren goes awry, and that's out of bounds with Owasso having the last touch, so Martin will take it the other direction for Bartlesville.
One of the keys we talked about was no turnovers, and they've come out right here with no points, but I think 3 turnovers so far in the second half.
5:37 left to go in the third quarter. Out to the right wing, they'll give it off to Lisa Brown. Now to the left corner, long threes on the way and in for Elise Cone. 38-33 our score. 5:22 left to go in the third quarter.
Seems to be Combs' specialty, as that's her third one of the night.
Taylor Rose for a three. Her shot's on the way and in.
And Taylor Rose says, I can do that.
She's the fourth player for Owasso to go into the scoring column tonight. 38-36 our score. Lady Bruins out of the backcourt. Chloe Martin with the basketball. She'll work it back over to Allie Wood. Wood.
Good hands.
Tries to move it over to an open teammate, but we've got a timeout called as there looked like there might be another jump ball coming, but we're going to
Matt Sweeney says, nope, timeout. Quick timeout.
Calling the timeout. 38-36 our score. 4:55 left to go in the third. We'll take a break and be back right after this. You're listening to Owasso Lady Ram basketball on 100.1 KYFL. for Bartlesville tonight.
Extends their lead to 40-36. Needs some points and needs some defense.
And now Taylor Rose will try to put up a 2. Shot misses, and basketball's tipped out of bounds by the Lady Rams, so Bartlesville will have it here.
Rams have just gone cold here in the second half, only finding 3 points so far in the third quarter.
Out of the backcourt, here comes Martin. She'll try to sling it over to the left side. She'll end up finding Elise Cone. Cone driving forward, finds Allie Wood. Wood gives it back down to Chloe Martin. Martin loses the basketball. Everybody after it under the goal, and Nollmeyer comes up with it as she tries to push through traffic. They call a timeout. Bartlesville will talk things over. 3:50 left to go in the third quarter. Our score, the Lady Bruins 40, the Owasso Lady Rams 36. We're back at 30 seconds. This is Owasso Lady Ram basketball presented by InsideOwasso.com on 100.1 KYFM. Forty to 36 our score. Inbound pass scooped up by Carson Zumwalt. She'll go straight to the hoop and fire at 2. Shots on the way and in to make it a 2-point ball game. Owasso trailing 40 to 38.
Great hands there by Zumwalt.
Glad to have you with us tonight here on 100.1 KYFM. Graham Merrill and Bill Bush along. Bill, the traveling salesman, just in from the backwoods of McDonald County, Missouri.
Yeah, actually, I was actually in McDonald County visiting my cousin after I got through my sales calls. Live south of Seneca, Missouri there. Right on the McDonald County line.
Well,
and it's a beautiful country, let me tell you.
It is beautiful country.
Runs right into northwest Arkansas, the base of the Ozarks. Beautiful.
40 to 38 our score. 3:29 left to go in the third. Now you can go take some pretty good float trips down around Knoll and Anderson and
the White River, the Elk River. Yep.
Get some pretty good speeding tickets down there too.
You got to watch that. That's for sure.
Long threes off the rim and no good. When you spend a good time in Northwest Arkansas, a good time of your life there, you learn those things going to Kansas City.
Yep.
Jump ball called as the basketball sought after by more than one party and alternating possession. We'll go to Bartlesville here.
Yeah, Knoll, if you've never been to Knoll and put in down there to float the river, you need to do it. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's not Noel.
No, it's Knoll.
Knoll.
Yeah.
Now a
stepped out of bounds.
Inbound throw given to a lady who promptly puts her heel right there on the sideline. So Owasso can have it here.
And that's one thing the Bruins have done pretty good is cut up down their turnovers where Owasso's had more than their share.
2-point shots over the rim and no good for Ellie Morrill. Back the other direction. I'll bring it back into the front court. Valentine gives it back up top to Allie Wood. Wood with a bounce pass.
Good block.
Open lady down low. Groningen can't get the shot.
Avery Van Kuren, yeah, great block.
Bill mentioned Van Kuren comes away with it. Now we've got a foul on Bartlesville. This is the second one on Groningen.
Called it on the floor. I thought she was driving for the hoop, but I guess they said a couple steps before that.
These Bartlesville fans behind us are less than thrilled with the referee's performance tonight. Inbound pass given into Ellie Morrill. Her shot's on the way and in for her 6th point of the game. Tied at 40, 2:28 left to go in the third quarter. Lady Bruins have it. They'll take it around the perimeter. Mary Cone with the basketball. She'll travel with it. And Owasso gets to take it the other way. 2:17 left to go in the third. Van Kuren out of the backcourt. She'll take it out across the time stripe and move it top of the key. Now a pass through the air. Zumwalt for 3. Her shot rims in and out, no good. Martin comes up with it. She'll work it into the front court, giving it back off to Groningen. Groningen back over to Nullmeyer, up top to Valentine. Her shot for threes, in and out, no good. Rebound, Lady Bruins. Stick back won't fall either. And they're going to say Avery Van Kuren tipped that out of bounds, so Bartlesville gets to keep it right here.
And we were talking about Lydia Colton or Nullmeyer. I don't
yeah.
see how Avery was able to tip it out over her. She gives up about 4 inches.
Well, the man in the stripes had some excellent vision apparently tonight. Up front, 2-point shots off the glass, no good. Basketball's loose and on the floor, picked up by Bartlesville. Lady Bruins to Martin, 2-point shots on the way it in. And now we've got a timeout. 1:32 left to go in the third quarter. Our score, Bartlesville 42, Owasso 40. We will take a 30-second break and be back after this. You've got the Owasso Lady Rams on 100.1 KYFM. We appreciate the great John Speaker and his crew at Western Sun Federal Credit Union for being a fine sponsor of Ram basketball here on 100.1 KYFM. Minute 25 left to go in the third. Van Kuren brings it into the front court. Owasso trailing 42 to 40. Bartlesville on top, down in the paint. Bringing it up top is Taylor Rose. 3-point shots on the way and in. She's got 6 points tonight, all of them from beyond the 3-point arc, and Owasso regains the lead, 43 to 42.
Both teams not wanting to give up tonight.
Lady Bruins into the front court. Allie Wood brings it back over to Mary Cone. Cone back to Wood. Her shot for twos off the rim is no good. She gets her own rebound. The basketball's knocked loose, though, as it goes to the floor. They'll call the jump ball, but Owasso gets it.
Good hustle there by Kelsey Cord to go down on the ground and tie that ball up.
46.8 seconds left to go in the third. Back the other direction. Here comes Avery Van Kuren. She'll work it back over to an open teammate, Ellie Morrill. Morrill brings it back up top. 2-point shot is on the way and in for Ellie Morrill. Kelsey Cord helping out there.
That may be the Rams' largest lead of the night, 45-42 with 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Into the front court. Here come the Lady Bruins, Chloe Martin with the basketball. She'll work it back over to Allie Wood. 2-point shots off the rim and no good.
Plenty of time, 5 seconds. Van Kuren bringing it back up the court.
And now she'll try to go to the hoop and stripped away from her. And before she can do anything with it, that is going to be the end of the third quarter as the final horn sounds. Lady Rams lead it over the Bartlesville Lady Bruins 45 to 42. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back right after this. You're listening to Owasso Lady Ram basketball on 100.1 KYFM. .42 our score. Lady Bruins with the basketball as we get back to play. Fourth quarter of action. Grant Merrill and Bill Bush along with you tonight here on 100.1. Into the front court. Lady Bruins have it. Brown kicks it inside to an open teammate. Trying to take it to the hoop was Allie Wood. She couldn't quite get it there. Now the basketball stripped away, given back to her. Wood goes to the hoop. Her shot's missing and no good. Rose with the rebound. She'll give to Zumwalt. Carson shot for two on the way it is. Excuse me. 47-42 our score. 7:23 left to play here.
There you go. Rams good hands there, still in that inlet pass.
Bruins turn it over again. Back the other direction. Taylor Rose. She'll work it back over to an open teammate. Carson Zumwalt. Zumwalt back to Kelsey Korb. Korb to Van Kuren. Now to Korb again. 3-point shots off the back iron, no good.
Well, I thought that one was in, Grant.
Back the other direction. Martin will have it. Owasso with a 5-point lead. 47-42 our score.
Another turnover.
Over and back called as Lady Bruins chase it into the backcourt.
When I tell you, it's surprising. Look at that third quarter and not seeing in a goose egg up there for Avery Van Kuren after scoring 21 in the first half. She needs to get back going.
Hopefully she didn't
use them all up.
Spend all her points in the first half.
No, she'll get hot here in a second. And they're defending her a lot better here in the second half than they were in the first half too.
Korb out around the perimeter. Brings it back over to Taylor Rose. Now
calling a reach on Martin, I believe.
Give me Dr. Pepper. 6:31 left to play here.
Actually, they called that on Wilson. Or Elsie Combs for her second.
Inbound pass given in to Taylor Rose. She gets her pocket picked, and then she does. A foul's called. We're going to call this on Carson Zumwalt, and that'll be her third of the night. That'll leave Bartlesville to send the ball back into play. So after that foul was called on Owasso, these fans behind us finally have something to cheer about, Bill.
Oh, they agree with that one. Okay.
Yeah, they agreed with that one.
That's shocking.
And now the jump ball's called again as everybody struggles for the basketball. And
I think I've seen more jump balls tonight than I have all season.
oh, it's like a plague. Owasso will get to take it the other direction here. Inbound pass given into Avery Van Kuren.
Time for her to score. This time down.
Van Kuren cranks it back over to Carson Zumwalt. Zumwalt with a bounce pass finds Morrill. Morrill back to Van Kuren. Down in the paint, 2-point shots blocked, coming away with it. Lady Bruins have it. Martin now to the backcourt. Takes it out to the top of the arc. She'll work it over to the right wing to Mary Cone. Cone to Gronigan, back up top. 3-point shots on the way and in for Chloe Martin. It's her second three of the night.
Makes it a 47-45 Ram lead.
Van Kuren into the front court, cranks it over to the right side, giving it back over to Taylor Rose. Now the whistle blows, and we've got a timeout taken by Matt Sweeney. We will take one with him and be back in 1 minute. You've got the Lady Rams on 100.1 KYFL. To 45 our score, 5:27 left to go in this basketball game. Grant Merrill, Bill Bush along with you. Owasso holding on to this slight lead, Bill, and It's been a seesaw ball game.
Well, and I can see why now that Van Kuren hasn't been able to score. Lisa Brown is doing nothing but just sticking to her. She's not playing defense or doing anything else on the whole ball or on the court.
Up front, 2-point shots on the way it in for the Bartlesville Lady Bruins and Chloe Martin. 47 all, 5:05 left to go here. Out of the backcourt, Van Kuren takes the top of the key. She'll work it around the perimeter, giving it back off to Kelsey Korb. Korb brings it back off to an open lady, Taylor Rose. Rose back up front, finds Carson Zumwalt. Zumwalt down low, throws it away, and we've got another whistle call.
They're going to get Nollmeyer on that one.
Based on the reaction from the fans behind me, I think this one's on Bartlesville. So that'll be Nollmeyer's
first foul.
First, I believe.
Yeah.
Inbound throw given in. Stolen by Bartlesville. Coming away with it, Martin. Chloe Martin with an underhanded shot that won't go. Rebound for Nollmeyer's, marred by a foul. This one they agree.
They thought that was the right call.
Absolutely.
Second one on Ellie Morrow.
Well, I mean, I can't talk. Owasso's got some vocal fans too.
We do.
Time to time, but
yep, especially if you're on the road and you think you're not getting the right calls.
First free throw is on the way and in for Lydia Nollmeyer. That is her 8th point of the night. That is one cool thing about where we are in Oklahoma is the amount of passionate fans that we have in every sport played, Bill.
Nollmeyer misses the second, but they take the lead 48-47 with 4:20 to go in the ball game.
Van Kuren into the front court, draws contact from Lisa Brown, and again, she's
on her like glue.
Been on her like a tick.
Yeah, that's why she's shut her down this set, but she's done a good job. Van Kuren's yet to score in the second half.
Zumwalt, top of the key. She'll work it over toward the left wing. Pass through the air, comes back over to Kelsey Korb. 4:14 to play. It's 48-47. And now the basketball loose, picked up by Morrill. She'll work it back over to an open teammate. That's Rose. Long three is off the rim and no good. And Bartlesville will get to take it the other direction.
Over the back. Second on Morrill.
48-47. Bartlesville on top by 1.
3:50 remaining. Gotta get a lead and keep it now. Time is running short.
Into the front court. Lady Bruins have it. Cone tries to pass it over to a teammate. Van Kuren almost did a backward somersault trying to get the basketball and
tripped over some feet there coming through the
traffic. Tend to get in the way sometimes.
Especially if they're not your own.
Could we say an acrobatic performance by Avery there?
Yeah, it was a nice tumble.
Into the front court, it'll be Taylor Rose. She'll get it down to Van Kuren again, and now we've got another foul. This is going to be on Mary Cone, her first. That will leave Owasso's Avery Van Kuren to send it back into play. Van Kuren cranks it inside to Carson Zumwalt. 2-pointers off the rim and no good. Back the other direction. Here come the Lady Bruins. Martin with it. Left-handed dribble. She'll take it down to the top of the key. Now around the perimeter. She'll work it left wing over to the open Mary Cone.
Good hands.
Gets it to Nollmeyer. She gets it stripped away. Van Kuren headed to the hoop. She double dribbles.
And Zumwalt, great job by Zumwalt to knock it away, but they said that Avery double dribbles with it. Avery didn't agree, but her vote doesn't count.
Unfortunately. Back the other direction. Here comes Bartlesville.
The Rams only scored 2 points here in the fourth quarter of play.
Up front,
cold.
2-pointers off the rim and no good. Van Kuren will take it the other direction. Avery over to the right side, finds Carson Zumwalt. Zumwalt brings it back over to an open teammate, gets it knocked away and out of bounds.
Stays with the Rams.
2:31 left to go in the ball game. 48-47 our score.
Bruins leading on the wrong side of that score.
Van Kuren will try to get it back in, but the pass stolen away by Bartlesville, and now we've got another timeout taken by the Lady Bruins. Taking with them our score, Bartlesville 48, Owasso 47. 2:27 left to play in this one. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back right after this. You've got the Lady Rams on 100.1 KYFM.
Wow, 2 points in the fourth quarter.
.227 left to go in this one. 48-47 our score. Bartlesville up by 1 over the Owasso Lady Rams. I'm Grant Merrill along with Bill Bush. The whistles blow and the Bartlesville Lady Bruins will have it. They were all lined up on the wrong side of the court here.
Well, they had it for the Rams to take inbounds.
Yeah. It
Coach
was Bartlesville's ball.
Yeah. Coach Martin saying, wait a minute, hold on.
Martin into the front court, works it out around the perimeter, giving it back over to Kate Gronigan. Gronigan through the air to Nolmeyer.
Right, Rams tightening up their man-to-man D here. Got to get the ball back.
Now to Mary Cone. Cone brings it back over to Gronigan again.
Bartlesville going to be content just to take the air out of it. 2 minutes remaining. Bartlesville leads 48-47.
Chloe Martin with the basketball. She'll back out toward the time stripe and throw off to Nolmeyer. Nolmeyer looking, trying to get around Ellie Morrill, who's playing lady-to-lady defense here. Van Kuren guarding. As Gronigan tries to
5
take
seconds.
it around
Great
her.
job, Van Kuren.
They'll call her for the 5-second call, and Avery Van Kuren can take it the other way.
That's what you do. If you're going to hold the ball, then make them pay for it. Great job, Avery Van Kuren.
Again, Avery has shown up and shown out tonight. We're proud of the performance that she's had. Into the front court, Van Kuren with the basketball. She'll try to work it around, and now we've got
Call
another
5 the other way.
Another 5-second call. Bartlesville will put it back in here. Martin will have it. She'll take it right to left. Chloe Martin holding it at the top of the key. She'll work it back over to Allie Wood. Wood brings it back over to Lisa Brown. Now the whistle's blown, and we've got another foul on Ellie Morrill. That's going to be her 4th tonight.
That's just the 6th foul on the Rams, so they're still not in a 1-on-1. They're going to have to foul again to make them go to the stripe, try to get the ball back. Minute left, minute 10. Still trail 48-47.
Martin with it. She'll work it out to the top of the key, giving it back over to Mary Cone. 1 minute left. Bring it back over to an open teammate. That's Martin again. These Bartlesville ladies with the last 50 seconds of their season. Now we've got another foul call. This is going to be on Kelsey Korb, and that'll be her first. That'll leave the Lady Bruins at the free throw line for the 1-and-1. First one's up and coming for Mary Cone. Shots up, it hangs on the rim and doesn't go. Here comes Avery Van Kuren. 45 seconds left. Van Kuren Giving it back over to the left wing, and now a foul call. This is going to be on
Martin, they said.
Chloe Martin, and that will leave Kelsey Korb to send it back into play here.
42 seconds, Ram trailing 48-47. Will they go for the last shot?
40 seconds, clock still rolling. Out at the top of the key, Avery Van Kuren. Van Kuren in the paint, kicks it back up top, long three on the way down. That is Carson Zumwalt's 7th point of the night. Owasso takes a 50-48 lead. Bartlesville takes a timeout. We'll take it with them and be back in 1 minute. This is Lady Ram basketball on 100.1 KYFM. Zumwalt lighting the fuse and setting off the dynamite in this last 30 seconds of play. Lady Bruins with it out of the break. Martin brings it up to the top of the key, gives it off to Cone. Cone back to Mary Cone. 2-point shot, ball short, won't go, foul called. 11.3 seconds left to go. Bartlesville's Lydia Nolmeyer is going to the free throw line, and this is going to be 5 fouls on Owasso's Kelsey Korb, I think.
Is that Morrill?
Or Morrill, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
that's Ellen Morrill.
Yeah, his personal foul.
Kennedy Harper is going to come into the ball game.
11.3 seconds, Grant. Rams leading 50-48. And the Bruins send Lydia, or the Rams send Lydia Nolmeyer for 2 shots here.
Her first one's up and coming.
She's either going to tie it up or she's not, and she misses the first one.
Another free throw's up and coming. 11.3 seconds left to go. Nolmeyer getting some instructions from Coach Martin there on the sideline. Next one off the glass. They were trying to get that rebound there, and Owasso's going to have the basketball here. 9.5 seconds left.
And I think they were in the lane. The shooter was in the lane before the ball ever reached the arch, and so automatic turnover for the Rams. But it should be 11-2 left on it. No time should have gone off the clock.
So they call the timeout. 9.5 seconds left to go. And if you're Matt Sweeney, what are you telling your team right now, Bill?
Get it inbounds to your best free throw shooter. I think you're going to have to. That's going to be Avery Van Kuren, obviously. I don't think she's missed but one all night. She's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She's 7 out of 9 for the night. She definitely had the hot hand early, and they did put 11.1 seconds on the board. The Bruins wanted every second they could get in, so you got to get the ball inbounds. It's going to be heavy pressure by the Bruins. And again, get it to your best foul shooters so you can extend this lead. Of course, the Bruins only have 6 fouls. They're going to have to, well, that'll give a one-on-one. So as soon as they foul, it'll be a one-on-one. You can expect that to come early if they can't get a turnover on the inbounds play.
Here we go. 11.1 seconds left to play in this one. 50-48. If you're just joining us, Owasso up by 2. Ready to close out this ball game against the Bartlesville Lady Bruins.
And you know, the Rams have only scored 5 points in the fourth quarter, all coming from Carson Zumwalt, none bigger than her last three-pointer, put the Rams up.
Inbound throw coming from Zumwalt. She'll crank it into Van Kuren, and she's immediately fouled with 9 seconds left to play.
Just like you draw it up. Going to go on Mary Cone, her second foul, 7th team foul, so that'll send Avery Van Kuren to the line for 1-and-1. You want to get the first one for sure.
Inbound, or actually the free throw line, Avery Van Kuren getting ready to take her shots here after the foul there on Bartlesville and Jordan Bilger. First free throw is up and coming. Shot is up on the way. Good.
Her first points of the second half, Grant, after having 21 in the first half. That's a big free throw right there. That means all the pressure's off now.
Well, and she makes this one, it's a two possession ball game.
You're right.
Next free throw up and coming. Shots on the way and in. She nails it.
Pressure by the Rams, make them bring it up.
Martin into the front court.
On a three-pointer.
Fire a three. Shots off the glass, no good. This one's over. Bartlesville has fallen to our Owasso Lady Rams in the final game of the season. Down to the wire it goes. Lady Rams win it tonight, make it 2 in a row. Final score 52-48. We'll take a 1-minute break. Be back after this on KYFM. Matt. Our next opponent, Booker T. Washington, lost to the Sapulpa Lady Chieftains tonight, 76-59, I believe was the final score, something like that.
Makes me feel a little better.
Makes you feel a little better. I know that's a tall order either way.
It is.
Well, Coach, a great win tonight. I know that, man, what a show for Avery Van Kuren.
She really came out to play tonight. She did a great job taking care of the basketball, scoring, getting her team involved. Did a really good job tonight.
Coach, give me kind of the lowdown on what went right for you in this ball game. What's your, what's your highlights, what's your lowlights, what you'll be working on before we meet up with Booker T next week?
Biggest thing is coming off 2 wins is really big for this team. That's the most we've had in a row all year. Tonight, Avery Van Kuren, the ball really fell in the hole for us early. Didn't really fall in the basket for us second half, but we got a good enough lead. We could held on to it. But come Thursday, it's going to be a tough route for us. We're going to do all we can to slow them down. If the ball will fall in the basket for us, we'll have a good night.
Coach, you've got 6 seniors. Mallory Hendricks, who we didn't see tonight. I know you've got Kennedy Harper, Emily Wilkins. You've got Kelsey Korb, Avery Van Kuren. 5 seniors. One of them on the roster wasn't with us this year, but I know those ladies provided a lot of leadership, and we're honoring them here tonight to kind of talk about your outgoing seniors.
Oh, they're great kids. Mallory, she couldn't be here tonight for different reasons, but she really came in this year and just did a great job. If we could get her more of the year, she's a big volleyball player. She can be a huge asset. She helps us out tremendously.
Well, and that's a girl too. I don't mean to interrupt, but she came over from playing volleyball when you were short-handed last year, never played a lick of basketball in her life, and ended up really being a difference maker.
And that's just in 3 months.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we got her more time